At this point in time, I'm assuming that you guys already have the Nova extension installed. If you have the Nova extension installed, and for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to keep Nova on the screen right here on the left side. So you have the Nova extension installed. What's the first things that you need to do? Well, the first thing that you need to do is go to wallet and go ahead and import whatever wallet that you have the private key of the trading bot that you're trading from. Once you do that, what you're going to do is make sure that you select it as your default wallet. Now, some people might not have the trading key for their Bullx or for their Photon for whatever reason. Maybe when you made the account, you didn't download it, and there is a time limit to download it. There's no problem with that. Simply go to wallet manager, make a new wallet if you're on Bullx, and you can just get the private key when you make a new wallet. If you're on Photon, it's a little trickier. You're going to have to, I think Photon added multiple wallets. It's a little trickier on Photon though. So once you have your wallet and it's selected as your default, you're going to want to set up your fee settings. So go ahead to the start menu and go ahead and click on settings. Once here, you're going to want to set your MEV protection on for buys and have it on Jito. And you're going to want to have your MEV protection off and have it on Ultra for sells. This is simply because it sells really fast with Ultra. But with buys, you don't want to have MEV protection off because you will get MEV'd and it's not very fun. My personal slippage preference is 30% slippage for my buy and 100% slippage for my sell. I find this works the best for me. Let's dig into fees. So there's buy fees, buy tip, sell fees, sell tip. I'm not going to explain what they are, just know that you need them. I have mine at 0.02 for everything, but I'm also using this cool feature called auto tip. Now, to break down what auto tip does very quickly, it basically will raise the tip up if the market's got a lot of volume and the recommended tip is higher, up to a certain number. So I have mine at 0.05 just in case the market gets hot and I still want my buys and sells to be instant. So that's everything for tip settings. And for fees, let's move over to presets. So presets are for when you're either buying a coin on bond, into that because I don't really recommend copy trading too much. So once you're in the sniper, make sure Jito's on for buy, because again, you just don't want to get MEV'd even if you're sniping a new pair. And then I use Ultra V2 personally for sell. I find it's the best. My buy slippage and sell slippage for sniping is actually just 100, because if I want to get in or get out, I want to get in or get out. Use 0.02 is what I personally use, but if you have a smaller wallet and a smaller port, I'd probably recommend going lower than that. This buy amount that's here, this is basically just going to like if I have the extension on and I click snipe, this is going to be the default buy here. You can always change it, but I like to keep it at 2. Just give me one less thing to type in. So that's going to be all for settings. Now let's get into how to use it. So once you have it, you're going to want to download the extension. If you go to your start menu and there's actually a Nova click button here, click that button and it has the download link here for Nova. Once you do that, go to the web store. Now, before you do this, I just want to say that I'm going to go over a step later in the video that shows you a fix for one of the problems that is happening on Nova. So in order to actually use that fix, you're going to need uBlock Origin or a blocker that actually has the ability to add a custom script to it. I use Origin. I don't know how to use any other ones for it, but I've heard that there is other ones you can use. Unfortunately, Google blocked uBlock Origin recently, so you're probably going to have to use Edge or Brave browser. So once you have this extension, you're going to go ahead and go to a website that I'll have in the link in the description called click.tradeonnova.io. On this website, you click connect Telegram. It's going to give you a link to open. You're going to open it. It's going to say start. You press start here and it's going to give you a link to click. Now here's a very important detail. Right click it and press copy link and paste it in your browser, because if it opens in the wrong browser, like let's say you're trading on a browser that's not your default browser, it won't connect properly. So make sure you copy and paste it in manually. Once that happens, you want to go to the Nova Click extension and enable it. Make sure you don't enable it before you connect it, because this can cause problems with the connection. So once that's done, you have it all set up. In here, you can set up your quick buy settings. So I use 1.75 because that's what I use for new pairs. And then I just have the basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, how do we use Nova once that we have it? So I have the extension on every coin. It shows a buy, so I can buy with Nova. Why is this better than buying with quick buy? It simply is just a much faster fill. It gets me in much faster. So let's say I see a coin and I buy it. You'll see it pops up here on the right, on the left. Now I'm in that coin, and if I want to instantly sell, I can click sell, and guess what? Look, I actually was able to get so fast out that I made 0.4. Now, you will see Bullx is a little slow, so it doesn't even realize how fast you got out until after. So it'll show you that you're at a loss until it goes through and realizes that you made money. But basically, I was able to buy this new pair and sell it so quickly that I made 0.4 Sol, which is $76, just like that. Now, everything shows in here. So if you're in a coin already that's bonding, you can click auto sell when bonded, and it'll automatically sell the coin when it bonds. But if you want to get in a coin that's bonding, you can actually click the snipe button here. It opens up the platform for you in Telegram bot. And by doing that, if I wanted to get into this coin the second it bonded, which I'll do it for a very small amount just to show you guys how it works. You just put it in and you press on and you'll see this here. And that means that when this coin bonds, it'll purchase it. So we're going to wait for this to bond really quick. And when it happens, it should purchase the coin the second it bonds. Now, this isn't a good coin or bad. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't have any idea what this coin is. I'm simply just showing you the tech. I'm expecting to lose this 0.25 right now. So yeah, this is probably not a good coin to buy. I just wanted to show you guys. So when I'm sniping a coin, one thing I like to do is have switch to sell already clicked. And I like to hover my mouse over the sell buttons, because if something goes wrong, the last thing I want to do is have to press, like, have any sort of delay in being able to get out. So even little micro optimizations like that, I think are super huge. Like, just, you know, it's going to buy it on bond. So have your mouse ready to sell if things don't go the way you want. I think that's super huge. You can also set up automatic stop losses and take profits, which I think are probably really valuable, but I like to trade manually. So I don't personally do it, but it is there and it's valuable. And I think it's a great skill. So what we'll do is we'll wait for this to bond and we'll see if it gets me in. And I'll show you guys how that works. Hopefully this isn't a coin that's stuck in bonding or something for a long time, but if it is, I'll just edit it out. Okay, it's not. So it went ahead and it bought me the coin the second it bonded. It doesn't look like a good coin, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Again, I have no idea what it is, and I sold on that little green wick, so I only actually lost 4%. Didn't even lose really any money. It's not a big deal. I lost $2 minus fees, right? So whatever. But as you notice, they got me in the coin the second it bonded, and had that been a hype launch and it started going straight up, I would have had an insanely good entry and could have made a lot of money. So that's a very valuable tool. And on the other hand, if I was in this coin before it bonded and I clicked auto sell on bond, I would have been the first person out of the coin. And let's say I was up 7 or 8 SOL at the time and I wanted to guarantee that profit, I would have been able to sell at that high price and not end up selling when everybody else sells at the bottom. Like what usually happens when you do it manually and you're selling through like Bull X or Photon. Usually you get kind of clapped. That's how that works. Now, what's the bypass to make this work? Because there's a chance that you're seeing a message that says suspicious extension detected. If that's happening, which it probably is, there's an easy solution to fix this. So remember earlier I said you're going to need uBlock Origin. Go ahead and download that off the Adblock store. I'm sorry, not Adblock store, off the extension store. And once you do so, you're going to open it up. It's going to bring this little panel here. On the bottom right, you're going to click these gears. Now, in this, it's going to bring open a dashboard, and you're going to navigate on the top to my filters. And there's this code that you put in. I'm going to go ahead and put that code in the description below so that you guys can put it. And basically, you just add this to your filters, and then that message will stop coming up and the extension will work properly. That about wraps it up for my tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. If you guys have any questions about Nova or about trading, I'd highly suggest that you guys take a look at Potion Alpha. It's the group that we run, and it goes over all sorts of questions for new traders. We have access to all sorts of amazing tools, and I trade there live every day, talking about why I bought coins, what I'm getting into, answering people's questions, and I'd love to see you guys there also. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have yourself an absolutely great new year. 2025 is going to be awesome. Thanks, guys.